pizza. It's another Music Gear Monday. I'm Carl Carell, and today we're going to hop in here. It's a quick one. We're not in the studio today. We're in the house because the heater broke in the studio, and it's single digits, even negatives for the next couple of days. So until we get that heater fixed, we are in the house.
You're wrong in the house. I think you're wrong in the house. Watch your mouth without a doubt.
Been having a little fun hopping in on pedal, doing a couple of sessions. Yo,
I'm really scared.
no.
Okay, I'll just be in the dark.
Don't do it. That's been fun. It's been different. We're still sessioning. We're still doing what we love to do. Trying to do it in the safest fashion possible. Anyway, we are back. It's another week. Today, we're going to hop in and we're going to look at this app called AudioCipher. So let's hop in here. I already have the app opened. It's called AudioCipher. I've had it for a little while. I finally got a chance to dive into it, and it's pretty simple of what it does. It's just kind of a tool to help you inspire some creativity. What you do is go in and you type in different words inside of this little field right here, and what this does is create different tones out of those different words. It's a cool little tool. You can hear the tones kind of change depending on the words. So if you write 4 letters, you're going to get four tones, and so on and so forth. What you're going to want to do is type in a word, and in this case I typed in love, and I basically clicked and dragged from this little icon down here onto my session, and that gives us our little progression here of notes or tones. And so I've already been having some fun in this little session here. So that's what it gave me when I put in love, and then I also put in hate, and just because love and hate is a thing. And then you can also change the root note and the scale, and I used I think A minor, I don't remember. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a C. So I dragged that onto here, and I used, just a different plugin. I'm using Analog Lab here for just kind of one of the basic Jupiter synths, a little ARP synth. Just dialing in some of the sound, and then what I did was took that little progression there, and I quantized it into quarter notes, and then I add a little bit of effect on it, a little bit of a flange, and then you get this kind of skippy sounding glitchy sounding sound. That's without the doubler, that's with the doubler effect. And then I built on that, built a little drum pattern up, and then just started kind of messing around with that sound. All of that came from just using just one word inside of AudioCipher. So using one word inside of AudioCipher basically gave me the ideas to kind of start, layering and just throwing effects and different things on that out of this. And the cool thing is that you can come in here and you can build a whole, progression out of it. If I wanted to go, a different key progression or anything like that, I just dial in the keys that I want up here out of the root note, put it in the scale, and then drag those MIDI notes, whatever it generates, up into whatever program I'm using. So it doesn't have to be Ableton. It could be Logic or what have you, as long as you're dragging down to a MIDI clip, it should show up. But yeah, really simple, really easy tool to use. It's just super easy to come up with random patterns with this, and it could be pretty much anything. Pizza. And I know that sounds pretty basic, but there's so much you can do with those notes right there. Like create chords out of these notes. Boop, 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 boop. So there you go. There's like a whole chord just from those root notes that we pulled out of AudioCipher right there. And from there you fun tool to have in the toolbox. AudioCipher. I meant to actually make this video a while ago, but the whole working on the car thing and all of that jazz. Boom. So AudioCipher, if you hop on their site, kind of shows you a rundown of how the program works. They have a Discord community and a bunch of people hopping in here and checking it out. It's only $15 to download. It doesn't take up much space. You don't have to have a blazing fast computer. It's kind of a easy tool to hop into and use. They have a ton of a bitty library to kind of start with. It'll get you going. Good dudes, good people. Dope software to kind of check out. If you're like me and you enjoy these little tools that kind of help just inspire little pieces of creativity, this might be the app for you to hop into and check out if you have the $15 to spare. And I'm sure that they'll be doing a lot more this year, especially with the Discord community and all the producers that are hopping in there and testing this software out. I would say one thing is that you do have to have a little bit of an imagination to play around with an app like this, because the tones that are built into it aren't really giving you a lot. Exploring the key and the notes that you want, because they are single notes, you kind of have to hear what you can do with them. It could sound pretty basic, but if you take those same 4 different notes and you make a chord out of it, it becomes more complex in a matter of a couple of clicks. So yeah, that is going to be it for Music Gear Monday. Anyway, we'll catch you here next week. I think I'm finally going to put up some video about beta testing Ableton Live 11, some of the things I've learned and dove around in. So stay tuned for that. There's a ton of DJ controllers, mixers that just came out, and I want to review some of them. So we might be diving into some of that pretty soon. And then keep an eye out, because I'm going to be doing some entry-level Ableton and Logic courses coming up. So stay tuned. Make sure to follow me on IG. I'll put that in the link below. And we'll catch you here next week. Peace.